10 Disney movies you'll never get to see. You wanna watch?
There are always movies that we wished had sequels, or films Disney would take a crack at. Sometimes they're set to be released, but complications happen along the way, and we never see them on the big screen. Check out this list we've compiled for you today. Some of these films you may not have known were planned for release. Before we get the show on the road, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the notification squad to keep updated with all of our content. Also, can you guess which feature film these emojis are referencing? Stay tuned to find out shortly following the video. Rainbow Road to Oz. The Wizard of Oz, released in 1939, took us to a beautiful, faraway land and is one of the most cherished movies of all time. And Disney almost took us back to the magical world with a film called Rainbow Road to Oz. The project was proposed, but like many others, it was never finished. It would have been a live-action film about characters in the land of Oz inspired by L. Frank Baum's Oz books. The film would have featured stars from the Mouseketeers, including Darlene Gillespie as Dorothy, Annette Funicello as Ozma, Bobby Burgess as the Scarecrow, Tommy Kirk as the villainous son of the Wicked Witch of the West, and Doreen Tracy as Scraps, the Patchwork Girl. Preview moments of the film aired on September 11, 1957 on Disneyland's 4th anniversary show. MGM's The Wizard of Oz had been shown on CBS for the first time on November 3, 1956. There are theories surrounding why the film was never made, including Disney's failure to develop a decent script, and the popularity of the MGM film on television had insurmountable comparisons. Disney ultimately replaced the movie with a new adaptation of Babes in Toyland. If Disney had created a good script without a lot of comparisons to the original film, it could have been an interesting one to watch. This guy gets it. Where the Wild Things Are. Long before Spike Jonze's 2009 live-action version of Where the Wild Things Are, Disney was going to make an animated film. Most of you know that it would have been based off the 1963 book by Morris Sendak of the same name. Man, how cool would that have been if Disney had done this? Not to say that Spike Jonze's movie wasn't good, but having it animated would have been awesome to see. Back in the 1990s, Disney owned the rights to the Where the Wild Things Are books, but unfortunately, they were never used. The backgrounds were going to be CGI and the characters were going to be animated the traditional way. Due to the fact that it would have been too expensive, the film was scratched. We know we can't have everything, but this is one of those movies they should have done. Tangled ended up costing tons of money, and look how well that film did. Because Where the Wild Things Are would have been based on a book, it probably would have had a huge following, and could have done very well in the box office worldwide. Oh well, we'll just have to settle with Spike Jonze's adaptation for the time being. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Ferb, I know what we're gonna do today.
Phineas and Ferb. For those of you that enjoy the Phineas and Ferb Disney television show, a film was almost released. Sorry to get your hopes up in case you've been waiting for one for a long time. The tentative title for the film adaptation was Phineas and Ferb. There's very little known about the movie, except that it would have been a combination of live action and animation similar to Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It was set to be written by Jeff Swampy March, Dan Povenmire, and Academy Award-winning screenwriter Michael Arndt, who's known for Star Wars: The Force Awakens, Toy Story 3, and Inside Out. That's a pretty decent track record. Disney's plan was to have the Phineas and Ferb characters be portrayed by live actors. Dan Povenmire denied this and stated the characters would remain animated just like that.
Well, anyway, if y'all want to watch the rest, link will be in the bio. Peace.